Hey guys, my name is Steve and this is Wilmer Woodworks, where I do anything from woodworking to automotive to general repair, and I just try to demystify your laser. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I made these great signs. These signs are great for craft shows, display your social media or website or anything else. So you can always have the QR code, and that is a great feature. But these also show a NFC tag. Now, an NFC tag is simply a round tag, round sticker that has a little antenna in it that bursts out some information. And when that happens, you can just go up and you just tap. I've got it just at the very top. So if you hold your phone in between these two black spots, if you have a iPhone, it'll read that tag. And then when you click the link, it goes wherever you want. So you can have that go to your website, it can go to a digital business card, or on this one, I have this going straight to my YouTube channel. And I'll show you, this is a great thing to just put on the ends of your display with your products so people can clearly see how to follow you, how to interact with you, and how to order your products. So that's what this tutorial is. It's going to be very straightforward, very simple, but this is going to add a huge benefit to your craft shows coming up. There are going to be a lot of craft shows in October, November, and December for Christmas, so you want to build that following now. All right, let's get straight to that tutorial.
Like all of our other designs, we are going to head over to Canva. Doesn't matter the size of the workspace you're going to use. Go to Elements, and we're going to bring in a few elements. So first, my main channel is YouTube. So I'm going to bring in a YouTube graphic. Now I'm going to bring in tap to pay graphic, and that graphic I am going to use primarily for the tap for NFC. So there's going to be no pay, but it will be a tap icon, which most everybody knows. And along with YouTube, we can use Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform that you use, you can feel free to put on here. I usually use a couple of large tables, so I'm going to make a few different elements. The three main channels that I have are YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So if you're not fans or following on any of those other platforms, I suggest you go pop over there and check it out. I do put Instagram photos out of upcoming builds and projects, and the Facebook community is open for questions and suggestions for upcoming projects. All right, I think these are really all the elements that we need. The QR code we're going to generate straight in LightBurn itself. So I'm going to just share, download this as an SVG with a transparent background, and we're just going to take this current page and we are going to download it. Then we'll just pop over to LightBurn and begin designing. Okay, now that we have LightBurn open, we can just start with a few simple shapes. So I'm going to just drag a rectangle, and we are going to do 5 by, let's say, 10.25. It's a pretty good size for what we're looking for. And now I will go back to the Select tool, and I'm going to go to Shape Properties over here. And I'm going to round this by 1/2 inch. It gives it a nice eased corner. And now we will start building. And actually, before we start building, let's bring in our elements. So we have Facebook, TikTok. Delete that. We want to go to the Select tool. And we want to bring in all of our items here. So for right now, let's just move this out of the way. And we will only worry about the tap icon. Bring that down a little bit. Maybe, I know our NFC tag is 1 inch. We're going to want to lock the aspect ratio of that. And we will go 1.5 inches. And I do want to select everything here and just group this together for a moment. The next thing I'm going to want is my handle. Now my handle is the same for all of my social media. It is just Wilmer Woodworks. It's the same handle that I use on YouTube, Instagram, all of my social media. So if it isn't Wilmer Woodworks, it's not me. We're just gonna bring this down a bit. Perfect. So let's just zoom in. I'm just scrolling on the wheel here, and we will grab right around this. So this is 4.6. Yeah, let's go 4.7. 4.7. Select this. We'll just make this a little bit bigger, and then we'll center it. Using this bullseye right here centers the icon. Bring that down a little bit, and then again we will just center. So now with both items selected, I'll group those together.
All right, I just want to take a quick moment here to remind everybody I have a school community. It is Laser Labs by Wilmer Woodworks, and that is where I will go into more depth tutorials and explanations and help and advice on your laser side hustle, your designs that you're struggling with, and anything in between. So please go over there. It's a free community for now. Go over, sign up. It's 3 questions they ask you. What kind of laser are you using? What are you hoping to learn? And give us your email address so we can stay connected. That's it. Join the community, interact, have a great time, ask questions, answer questions if you can. I'll be building out a whole 101 course, eventually a masterclass course, and there'll be a free laser vault there as well, where you can pick up a lot of the files that I have on my website for paid will be available to the school community. So be sure to get over there. Laser Labs by Wilmer Woodworks. I'll put a link in the video description below.
Okay, and now all we have to do is create our QR code. And actually, we can do that right in LightBurn. If you go to Tools, Create Barcode, and we'll just drag this out to a decent size here. And now this brings us to a raw QR code. We have options here. We can change this to whatever we want. You can set in your Wi-Fi and your password. You can put in your contact information. We're going to leave this as raw. And I'm going to just type in https://www.youtube.com/@WilmerWoodworks and click on OK. Now the next thing we want to do is bring up our selection tool, and I'm going to change this to our fill layer here, and I'm going to preview this. Click OK because we have some items that are outside of our engraving, which is fine. And now all I'll do is, with my cell phone, I am going to just hold it up to the screen in photo mode to make sure that when you scan that, it actually brings you to the correct location. Nothing worse than creating a QR code that doesn't go where you want it to go. This is also a decent size. Now our width was 4.7. We want to continue that. 4.7. Let's see, if we go 4.7 by 4.7, that'll give us a nice cube. And then we select the QR code, select the box, we center that, and we group that together. Now what we can do too is we can select all of our objects, and we can just vertically align that. This gives us a better idea of what our final display icon will actually look like. Now you could be done here. What I did was I just simply added an additional space with my logo and what actual social media platform it was at the bottom. But on this one, actually, you know what we might do? It might be better if we just move this tag over there, and then we can just shrink this down a bit and move this over here so everybody knows that this is for YouTube. We are going to want to box around that. So this is 2.2. So we'll go, now this we are going to keep the aspect ratio. So we'll go 2.5. Nope. We'll go 2.25. There we go. And then this one we want 2.25. Now that's still kind of large. I think 1.5 might be okay. So we'll select both of these and we'll align this on the horizontal. And then we'll just move this over a bit. Group these two together, select the whole item, vertically align that, and now we have our tap, we have our identifier, we have our call tag, and we have our QR code. So with all that selected, we can actually make this a little bit smaller. And now let's just ungroup these, and then we'll select and we'll round over these a bit as well. So we'll go to Shape Properties, Radius 2.5. Ungroup this, radius 2.5, 0.25. And that just eases those corners a bit. We're going to want one more, and this is going to be 4.7, 4.7, undo that, center that, bring that down just a little bit, ease those corners, 0.25. Okay, I think that this all looks great. The only thing we need to do now is space everything out. So let's just group these together, and we can group everything together by either clicking on this icon or hitting Control or Command G, and then Command G. So then if we go back, we can select everything, and then we can click on the Distribute Selected Objects vertically. So if we move this one here, all we have to do is select all three objects, click on Distribute, and then we click on Distribute Vertical Spaced. So this will give us the exact spacing between each item. And then if we select these and we group this together, and we select this and the outer, and we can center that, and then we can just bring this down, bring that up, and then we center it again. Okay, so if we get rid of these, or not get rid of them, but just we can move these off to the side. And now let's just add our little tab here. So we want this to be 1/8. So we go with 0.118. Try not to move the mouse, and we'll go with 3 inches. And then if we select, we can lock this shape. And then we can align this so it's centered. And then we can align this so it is at bottom. And then what I will do is hit Control D for duplicate. I'll put this on layer 3 for right now. We'll go back to our layers. We will hide layer 3. And then I will just drag this up a little bit. Then holding Shift, select both of those objects, and then weld all items together. Oops. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. We are going to want to unlock this shape, hold Shift, and then weld. This gives us that little tab. And now with that tab, we can show the green layer again. And we pull this down, and actually let's just make this a little bit smaller for our kerf. We want that to be a little bit of a tighter fit. So we'll go 1, 1, 4. Still want the 3 inch. And then we will also want to draw a box that is, let's say, 6 inches by 3 inches. This gives us a nice platform. We'll go to Shape Properties and around those corners, just ease everything off. Holding Shift, select everything, and center that. We'd also want to make sure that we put this on our cut layer, and we group these together. Okay, we are getting there. Now, I personally like having all of these items stand off of our frame. So what I will do is first, I'm going to duplicate this and move this over to the side, because I'm going to make a few of these, and I'm going to change out the YouTube for the Facebook and the Instagram. So right now what I'll do is I'll ungroup this, ungroup that, Control Duplicate, make this blue, go to Layers, and just not show the blue. And then I will select both, holding Shift, and I'll move that over. This, ungroup, select the outer frame, Control D for duplicate, put that on the blue layer, unselect, select the 2 layers again, and then we'll just move this over. Same thing here, we're going to unselect, select the outermost layer, Control D for duplicate, put this on the blue layer, now that blue layer disappears, select both of these, and holding Shift, we're just going to move that over. And now we want to show this again, so this is going to be our one item, and this is our base for that item. And now all we need to do is hit Control D to duplicate, put this on the blue layer, Control D to duplicate, put that on the blue layer. And actually, let me hide the blue layer right now. I want this to be a fill. Let's ungroup this. I want this to be a fill. Control D for duplicate, put that on the blue layer, mark this as fill, Control D for duplicate, put that on the blue layer, And now if we show the blue layer, you'll see that this is going to be both a fill and an outline. This gets me a little bit of a better cut. So then once this is engraved out, we can glue this back into all the respective spots. So let us move this, we'll be down, and change this and move this 90 degrees, we'll move this over. And this is the QR code for YouTube. And what I can do is I can just control duplicate this, move this over.
Okay, I hope you really enjoyed that tutorial, and I hope you can modify these designs so you can make them your own. With a QR code and NFC tag, NFC tags are very affordable. You could pick up 20 for like 10 bucks. So it's a great thing to have at your booth that will really put your signage apart from other people. And this is not just for lasers and craft shows. You can set this up for weddings with your registry where you can have people upload photos. If there's a link on the internet that you can direct people to, you can set these NFC tags up to it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll have more videos out weekly. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and go to the website, sign up for our newsletter so you never miss anything. Until next time, my name is Steve, and I do appreciate you watching. This isn't just a sign, this is an Hey guys, my name is Steve and this is Wilmer Woodworks, where I try to explain how to use your laser to make actual projects. Yeah, all right.